Hello and welcome to Kate and Kat's podcast. We run our podcast a little differently than most. Our podcasts are completely spirit-led, and we never know who we're going to have on or what's going to come up to heal. Every episode is a new adventure, where we walk people through healing anything from spirit guides to past lives to inner child work, how the energies and trauma affects the mechanical workings of our physical bodies, and exploring time, space, and dimensions and how it's all happening now. This podcast is for beginners and experts alike. This can be considered explicit content to some, as we do not edit ourselves, and sometimes deep trauma work comes up unexpectedly. And also, we cuss like sailors.
On this episode of Kate and Kat Live, we work with Wit. This one was so cool because not only were we helping her with her current day situation by going back to her teen life, but we were seeing how her husband was connected through all of this and how he's always been there and then setting that up. But then we literally let Wit take the wheel and start doing mediumship readings in the live. It was so much fun. Yeah. So, well, if you love bad bitches and that's your fucking problem, on with the podcast.
There we go. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Whoa, that was loud. Sorry, my bad. Hi.
Hey.
So we asked Wit to come on short notice. Sometimes we ask people on the comments, and sometimes we ask people just randomly who we're like guided to or whatever. And it sounds really cheesy to say guided to, but it's just like, oh my God, how about this fucking person? Yeah, that fucking person. That sounds great. Let's see if they're available. So we're really excited to have Wit on today or tonight.
Yeah,
Kate's
it's really
messing with her white
funny
balance.
you guys asked me.
I'm not.
Because my life's falling apart.
Your life's falling apart?
Oh, it's falling apart.
Wait, why?
I will cry. Like, it's just... anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And then yesterday was the final straw, was my microwave broke.
Well, Kate doesn't even have a microwave, so that's real classist of you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Look, it was given to us, so I didn't even buy it.
Okay.
All I can see is just y'all stepping on a bunch of stuff. It reminds me of like step on a crack and break your mother's back, that type thing. Like a
Yeah, but with the step on the crack, don't you try to avoid the cracks? These look like they're deliberately like, bam, bam.
Yeah. So does this mean like, what are those called? Not voodoo. What is it called? Superstitions. So are these like deliberate superstitions?
I think there's a lot of like what can happen will happen. So it's a lot of like, because our words are powerful and not in that cheesy like, keep a positive mindset because if you don't, then you're going to manifest the bullshit. But like when you say it out loud and you're just like, well, if something bad could happen, it would happen to me. It's like, see right now, like I said it, and I'm like, Spirit, please don't do that.
Yeah.
And there's movement of like undoing it. Because it's kind of like since you've been doing healing phrases and stuff, since you've been trying them out, it's almost like your team's like, okay, she wants that. All right, go.
No, I don't want it to stop.
Okay, so try this. Say, Spirit, please release, remove, and undo.
Spirit, please release, remove, and undo.
Anything and everything
Anything and everything
I did on purpose
I did on purpose
or by accident
or by accident
that was not in the highest good.
that was not in my eyes good.
Good bit of movement there. But we all do it, so there's people in the comments who could say the same thing and stuff will move.
Yeah.
I don't know, this looks like a little kid version of you.
Oh, does she have the same thing that was going on with you? Where it's like, this version of her's trying to heal, this version of her's trying to create chaos?
Oh.
And it's kind of like,
Yeah, because it's like she has rain boots on,
and it's raining, and she's like stepping in the puddles on the cracks.
And it is literally break your mama's back, and she's like, let's see about that.
Says who? And it's like, yeah.
Were you chaotic when you were little, Whit, or did you follow the rules?
I don't think so. I think I followed the rules.
That's what I would have said about myself too, though.
Okay, so one of the things that little Kate used to do, which is reminding me of this, is she would kind of wish that it would rain really hard so she could go swimming in the street. That kind of chaos. And then it would, like, do it. So was there any of that when you were younger? Something similar? Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit, Whit. Just trying to figure this out.
I really don't remember. Like, to be honest, up until I was in, I want to say early 20s, but I'm still in my early 20s. Up until maybe 4 years ago, I didn't remember a lot about my childhood. It took a lot to start remembering.
There's a wall up here. Would you be okay with me merging into you so I can feel things?
Yeah.
Is that okay? All right, so you're going to say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good,
Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
please allow Cat access
please allow Cat access
to my energy body.
to my energy body.
That feels really uncomfortable for you, yeah?
Yeah.
And
You
the
don't
song,
really...
Go
ahead.
Everybody Talks is playing too. Everybody talks, everybody talks.
It's really, really, really uncomfortable, like someone who hugs for too long, or if everybody was looking at you and they're like, what do you have to say about it, Whit? It's like, that's what it feels like.
Yep.
Okay, will you say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good,
Spirit, if it's in my highest good,
please apply my house cleanse
please apply my house cleanse
to this version of me.
to this version of me.
So instead of saying to you, I said this version of you, and Kate got this song of everybody talks, everybody talks. So when is this?
I don't know.
Like when it's like high school or something. It started with a whisper.
that would make sense. It'd probably be like maybe late middle school to early high school.
It was the last time you let people get close. Someone fucked you over.
I mean,
If that doesn't fit,
I'm
throw
trying
it
to
away.
think of who, but I'm like, I can't think of who without specifics. I don't know.
Oh, it looks like a boy, if that helps at all.
That spread rumors.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you had a relationship or even an interaction. It could just be that they spread rumors about you.
There was one guy in high school that I really liked, and it just, yeah, he kind of did me wrong.
You didn't have a relationship though, right? He just
No.
was like, instead of saying no, thank you, or like, I'm not interested, he was an asshole. Is that right?
Yeah, he was an asshole. He kind of led me on.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just do this. Let's just say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good,
Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
please allow that version of me
please allow that version of me
to deliver divine justice
to deliver divine justice
to that situation.
to that situation.
So that was a lot more movement than I thought was going to be there.
Was a friend involved as well? Did this like friend like him too or something?
None of my friends knew him.
Would it be like a cousin or a sister or something?
Yeah, because I'm like, well, who's this girl?
Unless we're talking about somebody else. There might be one other person. And my friends did know him.
Okay.
Did he have long hair? Longer hair?
No.
No, it didn't look like greasy or anything. And
Oh.
wavy?
Okay, you're talking about maybe somebody else. Okay, there might be another guy.
Whitney.
My bad. Okay, so we might be going way back. Okay, that's early. That's
I
somebody I
said
don't really
middle
think
school.
about it. I don't think about them anymore. I don't,
Yes.
But it's
Okay.
still coming up.
okay, I think I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, there's friends there, and yeah, he had longer greasy hair.
Okay.
How many? I don't know. There's a lot.
There's
I'm
so
sorry.
many guys.
Stay away from the internet. I met so many on the internet.
I met my partner on the internet too, and I met Kate on the internet, and I met you on the internet, so fuck off.
Yeah,
I
you're
will
right,
not
you're
stay away from the
My bad.
internet. My whole
Undo
career
that.
is on
My
the
bad.
internet.
I met him on the internet.
Yep.
What's
Wait,
with
can you
this
do me
guy?
hold? I need to do this because it's real shielded, and that's great. And I know we asked you last minute, but in order to, I know we're going back to middle school, but believe it or not, we're going to be working on the stuff that's going on in your life right now. It's just taking
Yeah.
us here. All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to need you to just let this shit go. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. So I want you to say, Spirit, please remove,
Spirit, please
No.
remove.
if it's in my highest good,
Spirit, if it's in my highest good, please remove
please remove all contracts,
all contracts,
promises,
promises,
vows,
vows,
curses,
curses,
spells,
spells,
magic,
magic,
mirages,
mirages,
locks,
locks,
chains,
chains,
cages,
cages,
rubber bands,
rubber bands,
bounce backs,
bounce backs,
tourniquets,
tourniquets,
nets,
nets,
or ropes,
or ropes.
keeping me from fucking healing
It's keeping me from fucking healing
that are no longer in the highest good.
that are no longer in the highest good.
Get that shit out of here. Say, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Thank you. Good lordy woody. Ouch. Ow.
Now the song's playing again. Everybody talks, everybody talks.
And I got good loady woady. You must be gone off that Cordo bottle. You want what you can't have. Too bad, that's too damn bad.
There were friends involved with this guy. Okay. It just looks like they all talked behind your back.
Did they all pretend to, like, did you guys all pretend to be one person? Did you, like, let them talk for you or text for you or something? Like, why were they so involved?
It's hard to remember.
Say, Spirit, please cleanse and purify
Spirit, please cleanse and purify
the pages from my own clipboard.
the pages from my own clipboard
Bring them back to me at this time.
and bring them back to me this time.
Put them in balanced divine working order
Put them in balance to my working order
in a language I can understand.
in a language I can understand.
So Kate got that they were talking about you behind your back, about the situation. I don't know if it's friends up front and then bullshitters in the back. I got that they were more involved in that. Like, whether it's the three-way call where the person's silent and they listen. But it's not just that. It's definitely like, I don't know what to say to this guy. You say it. Or I'm going to give you his number or his Snapchat or his whatever. You talk to him like you're me or talk to him for me. And they're like, I got you, girl. I got you. They're way involved.
somebody else came to mind that's actually before the one I'm thinking of now. Like, but this would be like my first boyfriend.
Use a hoe. Hoe, use a hoe. I'm just kidding.
But
I'm just kidding.
it's weird that he come up. I really don't think about this one.
I mean, you don't have to keep thinking about him in order for it to heal.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
kind of
he
the
would
point.
be the one that, like, there would be three-way conversations. I could see people being really involved with this one.
Okay.
Looks
Was
like
it
a
middle
match of
school?
all of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
a match of all of them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
So-
a ball
Probably-
of grease.
Probably
though.
6th grade, maybe.
Let's do this. Say Spirit if it's in my high is good.
Third if it's in the high school.
Please apply
Please apply.
Cat's detangling of roots healing
Cat's detangling of root healing
to all of this.
to all of this.
The
Please
chat frozen again. Just letting y'all know. You already knew that, I'm sure.
Yours always freezes.
I know. That's why it's
Every
like
time.
this. I'm sure y'all know that already by now.
I feel like Whit, I don't know if it's you. I feel like you want Kate and me to do the things, even though you can do the things. But there's something about peeling these papers off. They're like all stuck together, like all your notes on all the things, and it's like wet, and they're all stuck together, and they need to be like pulled apart.
Put a fan
'Cause I see-
on 'em.
I see Kate doing it,
Mm.
but why aren't you doing it? So can you do me a favor? Can you start just pulling those pieces of paper apart?
Yeah.
She's like, but it's wet. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to
Put gloves
touch
on.
it.
There we go.
Touch it.
Okay, lay them out to dry on like a rack. It's like a wooden rack. We had them when I was in Montessori when I was younger. They were like, we would wash like laundry and stuff, and then we'd hang it up on this drying rack.
Spirits Mass could please speed this up by 10 trillion years or long. Let's see. What if I did like this? Doesn't work. Oh. Who would be the wolf in this scenario? Like, say there was like a little Red Riding Hood. Who would be the wolf? In a not gross way, the predator.
Little Red Riding Hood, you sure are looking good. It's someone from your now moment. Is it your husband? It's not in a gross way.
But like, have you
I
known
don't
your
know.
husband for a long time?
He's connected. He's a relative of one of the guys. So yeah, I've known him since like middle school.
Okay, that's why. This is more like a I've been looking at you for a long time type
Yeah,
thing.
it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
that
a
makes sense.
predator.
Okay.
It's just who that person is in that story.
I could see
Someone
it
who's
being
been,
him.
yeah, he's been watching you.
Yeah, because he's a lot older than me.
It still doesn't feel gross.
No,
Not that
I
it,
don't
not that
think
it
so.
matters.
No, but he was always really interested in me.
Is he
Makes
the one
sense.
that? Is he the one that wet the papers? Like, if you were to have, say I set up Kate to be my spirit guide when I was younger, which I did. And there's some things, like someone that didn't treat me right or whatever, and Kate was set up to fuck around and find out mode. Well, she would totally douse out the flame. She'd be like, this guy isn't fucking good for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that happen?
Like, did he do something?
Not like, yeah, like energetically, like in the now, huh?
I said, yeah, just like douse out the flame.
Yeah. If they
Really
weren't good
good.
for you. Because Sarah in the chat said, yes, they got wet, but why? And then she was like left out, or they said left outside. And then flora fauna said throw them in a bag of rice, and it was like, no, they were laying out to dry. But if your husband, if you've known him this whole time, okay, so forget about that scenario. Is he someone who puts out the fires if there's like chaos and there's things? Does he calm you the fuck down? Does he tell you like, don't do that job, it's not right for you, or I don't know about that friend, they don't seem to have your best interest at heart? Is he like a voice of reason?
Yeah, I definitely talk to him about everything.
Okay, well, it feels like he's the one that like shut those shits down. Not just because he had his interest in you, but in your best interest. Like, shut it down.
And not in a gross way.
Yeah, not in a gross way. And they stuck together because they weren't really important. They were just pages in a book that, like, that book's wet. I don't even want to touch it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to touch it. That's funny.
Okay, so let's do this. Since it's already done, let's see if you are doing it now in this moment, or if it's something you've done, or if it's already energetically there. So you're going to say, Spirit, if it's in the highest good.
Spirit, if it's in the highest good.
And if his soul consents.
And if his soul consents.
Please allow the most healed version of my husband.
Please allow the most healed version of my husband.
To be younger me, spirit guide.
To be younger me, spirit guide.
And please infuse, well, if his soul consents.
If his soul consents.
Please infuse spirit guide him.
Please infuse spirit guide him.
With fuck around and find out mode.
With fuck around and find out mode.
And helping me with my best interest mode.
And helping me with my best interest mode.
Okay. It's like putting the cart before the horse. It's like figuring out the things and then going to do the things. Okay, Spirit, please ripple all of that.
Spirit, please ripple all of that.
Into my current now moment.
Into my current now moment.
Release soul fragments connected to that.
Release soul fragments connected to that.
Wrapped in divine justice.
Wrapped in divine justice.
And love, light, and forgiveness.
And love, light, and forgiveness.
Return them to the rightful owners at this time.
And return them to the rightful owners at this time.
Okay, so now that step is out of the way.
I just keep looking up at his wolf form, I guess, because it is there, and it's very brooding. Why is he so prominent on this point in your life? Can you, like, ask Spirit that?
Spirit, why is my husband so prominent at this point in my life?
In which point, Kate? In her past point or in this point?
Which I guess whichever point he's guarding, it looks like the past point.
Well, if because I went to go infuse that spirit guide form, because if I was to have someone set up their own self as spirit guide, it would be self-love, self-worth mode, intuition mode, all that. But with him, all I got was fuck around and find out, and best interest at heart. So wouldn't that be the protector wolf?
Yeah.
That makes sense, like, because that is him to a T.
It makes sense, and it feels like his energy. I mean, I don't know him, but I can just tell it's him. So it's like, it's doing the zoom in and zoom out thing.
To the wolf?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, why do I need to keep looking at you, wolf guy? I don't. Is this where your life, like, changed? I guess.
When did you start dating him, Whit?
In high school. I think, like, sophomore to junior year.
Okay.
This seems very pivotal. I think that's why he's here.
Okay, do this. Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
And his soul consents.
And his soul consents.
Please send my wolfman.
Please send my wolfman.
Spirit guide.
Spirit guide.
From that now moment.
From that now moment.
Set him loose.
Set him loose.
On all future timelines.
on all future timelines.
So instead of reactory, now it's beforehand. It's does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep. Or at least to me. Sorry, what? Does it make sense to you?
I'm a little lost.
Okay, so if someone harms you, the wolf part of him would be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." But now, in that point in your life, because the wolf was like, let me, like when it was zooming in and zooming out, what I got was like, let me at him. Let me at him. Like, let me go. Let me go. So if you set it to go to anybody that would harm you down the timelines, the wolf part of him would split out on all your timelines, go down all these paths, and anybody that would fuck with you is like, he's like, no, 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 and then comes back to the now moment, back then.
Okay, so
It's
is
hard
that
for
not
me-
happening anymore?
No, you're making it happen from that now moment to clean up all the timelines. It's like we had to go back then to push things forward to get it cleaned up to now.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to say what I said to someone on the phone last night, which helped me realize that it's that simple to explain. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but if you're looking at things like a grid, the 24th dimension, negative 24th dimension, it goes up and down like an elevator, like a building. Your past timelines are like a hall of mirrors going back. They're all a version of you. They're just a different version of you, but that's how you would see them, like timelines. But it's like a circle, and it goes around like this. And so any timeline has its own center point and circle, which is really complicated. So it's like a disc and a disc and a disc and a disc. Those are multiverses as well. Did I lose you? I lost you.
A little, but I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm done with that part. But basically, if right now is the only moment that really matters, this version of you right now, everything that you do over there, up there, down there, is just for your now moment. Nope. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Is the
No.
wolf still wanting to make? It's not good. That's okay. Well, I'll get there. I'll figure out how to explain it. I try, but I'll get it eventually.
Makes me want to put on chapstick.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Like that's it. I just want to be like, yes.
If you say so, Kat. If you say so.
I don't know. No, this is like, I feel like I'm looking at something. Whatever this means is like a, yeah. Trying to figure this out. He's there. Oh, this must be now then. What is it whenever whenever a wolf stalks its prey? It looks like that's what he's doing now, but you're not the prey. His prey would be whoever's coming after you.
Oh, Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
please send my wolf
please send my wolf
to fuck up
to fuck up
anyone who's doing this to us.
anyone who's doing this to us.
Moving. Okay, so I'm going to try to reiterate that. It's not just necessarily someone trying to fuck you up, but it could be someone who's jealous. It could be someone who is mad. It could be someone who thinks they're protecting you but doesn't want you to go too fast. Something is gunking up the works. So when you send the wolf to energetically take care of it, it doesn't mean that they harm them or hurt them necessarily. Sometimes it just gets them to like break the rubber bands that are holding you in place, or like dig up the tar that's keeping you stuck. Okay, talk to us about what's going on in your life right now, Wit.
Because he looks really good in this form. Like, it looks clean.
Yeah, so pretty much like financially, like it's been really, really bad for a long time, but it's just gotten really, really bad now. So financially, like, we're fucked. Bills aren't paid. Like, his job wants to fire him because he has COVID again and he's not been working. All the tires on my car need replaced. It's got a flat again, so we can't go anywhere. The microwave broke. I'm sure there's more, but my brother's living with me now. I have to take care of him, and we can't really afford to. I've been trying to get jobs, but, like, nobody gets back to me.
There is a mask. Like a wood mask. Do you know what I'm talking about? One of those ones that they use in some kind of witchcraft where they, like, paint the person's face on the wood with the mask and they decorate it.
The only thing I know of is, like, a tiki mask. That's wood.
Yeah. But I know they do it in New Orleans, so either way, it's like some kind of that thing. And this feels like a past life. Because I can see the dance, too. I can see the dance around the fire. So I'm going to treat it like any past life. Wit.
Okay.
Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
Spirit, if it's in the highest good.
Please take me to the most impactful point that I can heal about this.
Please take me to the most impactful point I can heal about this.
We're going.
Okay. Where do you feel that you are? Are you a feeler or a seer, knower?
I think more a seer.
She thinks she makes it up, and she's not.
Okay, so tell me where you are.
Like outside?
Uh-huh.
Like, kind of in, like, a swampy place?
Uh-huh. Alone or with others?
I think alone.
Okay.
And there's, like, a
I'm
weird
getting
chat. I don't know.
I'm getting the same things you are, so it's funny that you think you're making it up.
I'm feeling it, so.
And I'm getting something really specific, but you have the sweaty shits, which tells me that you've eaten something wrong. This feels very Louisiana, very swamp. Like, I can tell this is America.
Mystical Cajun's in here. She said she's in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's what I would, like, if I had to guess, I'd say that, yeah.
Did you eat something that you thought was going to bring you to spiritual liberation or something? Or was it connected to spell work? I don't know what to call it. This is not, they don't call it spell work, whatever this is.
I think it was something magic related.
Yeah.
Almost like an initiation, but I don't know. It's like a stray from the path is what it feels like. Like they were like, okay, you're going to take this whatever water, and then you're going to follow the path. Like an acid trip, kind of.
Yeah, it's very much like that. I used to get sick like that right before I started tripping hard. And then I'd freak out because I was allergic to penicillin and mushrooms or fungus. And I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna die!
Somebody's popping fireworks. Do you hear that, Kat? How lovely. It's fucking July 12th. Anyway.
I just want to know, how many do they have to buy to, like, still have them.
They probably just found him in the garage again. Hey, Bill, did you know that we had these fucking fireworks in the garage?
Well, it's got to be connected, or else it wouldn't go off on July 12th. Wait, can you ask to go to the earliest point of this that you can heal?
Spirit, please take me to the earliest point of this that I can tell.
Sad. Very sad. Heavy in thought. Very, very, very sad. What happened to you? What happened to this version of you?
Maybe I lost somebody.
What's your husband's name? First name?
Jake.
Say, where's Jake?
Where's Jake?
Yeah. I'm like, no.
No, I
But
don't think
it's
he's
not.
here.
It's not know that he's not there. It's like I can't believe he's not there.
Yeah, that's more like what I meant. Like, not that he's just not here. Like, it's like, he's not
Devastating.
here.
It's devastating.
Yeah, it made me really sad.
Can I do my necromancy to this?
Not yet. We have to go back before it happens to him. Because this is not her last life, so we might be able to do something about it. Say, Spirit, please take me. It's like you needed to see this moment, so Spirit, please take me to the earliest point I can heal.
Spirit, please take me to the earliest moment I can heal.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride to the kingdom. I think something weird happened. Like a horse fell on him. Like just something oddly random.
Well, I'm trying to feel where you are, and I can't get a pinpoint on an emotion here. It's just sitting here. I don't.
Where are you, Wit?
I think I'm inside somewhere.
Yeah,
It
it's
feels,
Like by myself, alone, like just sitting there.
Yep.
feels like a rodeo arena.
Yeah, like that.
Like he's training or something. And that damned old rodeo.
You don't feel like you're there for entertainment. You don't feel like you're happy to be there. It doesn't feel like you're mad to be there. It's just a regular Tuesday.
Yep, that's how it feels. I'm just here.
So he's doing it for money, I guess, in that life?
Gotta be, right? It feels like a job. Like, that's his thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what would you do to make it to where, if you can, if you're allowed, to where the accident doesn't happen? Like, even if it's silly, I don't suggest you doing this, but even if you were to wrap a horse in bubble wrap. But don't do that.
I would think to completely remove us from the situation altogether, to where there's no possibility of it happening.
Okay, wait, well, how are you going to make your money?
That's a good question. How are we going to make our money? You know, maybe instead of horses, he likes cows. He could do cows. Something with cows.
You can get trampled with a cow, too, Whit.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay.
Why don't you ask that version of you what they want to do for money?
That version of me.
Yeah. That version of y'all, both of y'all.
Okay, what do you guys want to do for money? I think you'd probably want to like sell stuff.
I don't want to like tell you your truth. I'm just gonna tell you what I see. It looks
okay,
like
go
you
ahead,
do
go ahead.
card readings.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then he would do a job that was just a little less dangerous. It's like a meet in the middle kind of thing. Because right now he's doing a job that's hella dangerous and you're just sitting there while he works. And you're not really like happy about it. It's just kind of like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing something soul fulfilling, he can do something a little less dangerous, or he can do the same danger if he likes it, just less often. Because doing that kind of job, he doesn't need to be so fucking tired. Right?
I mean, it's up to him, but like I wouldn't want him to do it at all. I'd be like, let's remove full possibility.
Right. But I mean, that's the same thing as like people who do dangerous work now. You can make it to where it's not dangerous, but it definitely feels like you stepping into yourself a little bit helps. So say, okay, Spirit, put me on the timeline where I'm doing card readings in that life.
Spirit, please put me on the timeline that I'm doing card readings in that life.
Okay. Now what's he doing? I still got to take my horse to the Otown world.
I think he's a rancher.
He likes it, so he would still do something in that field.
He looks just like a rancher, though. It looks like he'll have his own farm now.
Yeah.
Which is
he would
fine.
Care about what I think, so he would stop doing like the dangerous work, but he would still be involved somehow.
It seems very calm.
Okay. Say, Spirit, what else do I need to heal about this?
Spirit, what else do I need to heal about this?
Mystical Cajun said, make it a tiny horse with soft hooves.
Agreed. That way there's no trampling involved.
I think it's good.
Feels good to me.
Yeah. Gotta make
All right.
plenty of money.
Okay, Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
Spirit, if it's in the highest good,
please release all soul fragments
please release all soul fragments
connected to this,
connected to this,
wrapped in divine justice
wrapped in divine justice,
and love, light, and forgiveness.
and love, light, and forgiveness,
Return them to their rightful owners
and return them to the rightful owners
at this time.
at this time.
Release all soul contracts
Release all soul contracts,
no longer in the highest good.
no longer in the highest good. I feel like I got a burp that can't.
Push it forward.
Sybil said, pocket horses for everyone. Mystical
You get a
Cajun's like,
horse.
Mystical Cajun's like, that's what I heard.
Whip, push it forward. It's hurting my right boob.
And Spirit, please push this forward into the now moment.
Sorry. Okay, calibrate me.
And please calibrate me
Return me to the correct dimensions.
and return me to the correct images.
Ripple all of this into the now moment.
Ripple all of this into the now moment.
If it's in the highest good,
If it's in the highest good,
merge all timelines
merge all timelines
to the most healed timeline.
to the most real timeline.
Okay, so you no longer take that drug, that poison, that magical thing or whatever from that person. And that's a key thing. It's not necessarily that we're trying to save his life. It was to get you to the point where you don't do that. So how is that connected to the shit show that is now? Did you come in contact with someone recently where your souls recognize each other? Was this thing set up to where when something happened with him, this would kick in? There's like, if this is your current life and that's that life, something happened to where it overlapped.
I don't know.
Well, now that we've gotten rid of that one, This is still like this though. So we gotta straighten that out. So it's like that. I can't move it though because it's not straight. That's what she said.
Hey.
It hurts my thumb. I want to do this. But it's not finger puppets because I want to do this too. I don't know what this is though.
It's just lumpy.
Oh, these are roots. This timeline has roots.
And to pass
Where she
life.
is right now. It's another past life?
Well,
I mean, we all have plenty, but...
yes.
See, Spirit, if it's in my highest good,
Spirit, if it's in my highest good.
please, unplant
Unplant
this timeline
this timeline
from any place that's not in its highest good,
from any place that's not in its highest good,
and align it to the most healed timeline.
and align it to the most healed timeline.
Ow.
It looks like a walking tree.
Oh
Like
my
the sea.
god. That feels so fucking weird. I wish you can't see it. It's like,
It reminds me of those walking trees on TikTok.
okay.
Like, literally picked up the timeline and moved it over there.
It's not just facing this way now, it's sailing. I'm sailing away.
At an open course for the virgin seas.
I'm sailing away.
Free to face it. Sorry, I just fucking love that song.
Okay. Alright, so that brings me to the now moment, Wit. If you had the option to do anything, fucking anything, what the hell would you guys be doing for work?
I know me, like, I would probably be doing mediumship readings.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, what's stopping you?
Every time I think about it, I'm like, but I'm not good enough yet. I'm not good enough. Like, I've only been practicing for a few months. I wouldn't feel right to charge because I don't know how accurate I'm going to be.
So when I first started doing the work that I did, I'm going into story time. Sorry about that. Do you need to say something before I go into my long-winded bullshit? No, I'm talking to Kate, because I'll talk forever.
Oh. I can relate to that, Wit. And then I was like, oh, that's because I don't read the card. The card talks to me. So it's a perspective. The card literally has a mouth and talks to me. Okay, bye. Do it again.
So when I first started, I did donation-based, and it was not good. I hated it. Because I didn't feel like I could charge for it because I had just started. But I still wasn't doing what anybody else was doing. I was doing it the cat way. And I was taking people in past lives and doing these things. And when I did donation, people didn't respect the time. They didn't respect what we were doing. And it wasn't as impactful for them. And then when I started to, I've talked about this in my classes that I do, the Zoom classes that I do, but when I would do a past life session all through quarantine, right, it was 2-hour session. The first half of the session was me energetically, like, walking through their house like this and being like, what's this energy over here? What's this energy over here? So it was not only teaching or helping them remember about soul fragments, but a lot of it was because I needed to prove myself that I really was legit, that I could do this, and that they could entrust me in taking into a past life, because I had those donation times, and they didn't respect my time and energy. So when I was actually doing it, I did a lot of, like, prove my worth kind of things. I ended up working way harder to get to the past life part, but also a lot of the shit you learn as you go.
If you don't feel comfortable charging, do 50 cents then. Do $1.
No. Ooh, that wasn't me. I know that sounds weird. I don't know who talks like that, but I was like, no.
I mean, I would probably be more comfortable with that, but then when I think about it, like, I don't know, it makes me feel like then I'm not valuing my time, and I'm like, I don't know.
Then you can see how.
But I'm doing it for
makes
free
you
now,
feel.
so I don't know why it makes me feel that way. I'm doing it for free right now.
Okay.
I'm letting you know that when you charge an amount that you know that you're worth more, you get tired of it, and then it makes you change.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah, that
speaking
makes
from
sense.
experience.
Trick Light said merge with a version of you that is already successful doing it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Why don't you try it?
Spirit, if it's in the highest good, please merge me with a version of me that is already successful doing what I love and want to do at this time.
It's merging.
Are you gonna turn into one of those people that's like, guard your energy, don't let them take it from you? I don't know why I got that image. Like, don't let them take your energy. It's like an unhealed. I don't know what that is. Lost in the sauce. Can you do or you have a version of it too? Because I almost said your version. Yeah, do your version of the Lost in the Sauce healing to the most heal or whatever that is. That version of you that's good at the ships.
Spirit, if it's in the highest good, please apply my Lost in the Sauce healing to that version of me that is already successful.
Lots of movement there.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if you like broke away. Oh, fear. Somebody put fear in you. And so you like did all this weird shit that didn't need to be done.
When you said somebody, I got somebody come get her. She's dancing
like a street bird. Yeah, like just a lot of fluff and stuff that you didn't need, but you got scared. But okay, it's not there anymore.
Okay, good.
Trick Light said, let the protector set the price.
Oh. Wolfie.
We've done your stuff. Whenever you make a healing or whatever, we don't just lightly share stuff. Like, we get excited when people make healings, but we tried it. It worked. And that isn't even like your forte necessarily. You like the other stuff. That's just something you tried, and it worked.
That honestly, I started doing it because you were always like, step into your now moment, and I was super lost. I was like, I don't know anything. So I was like, well, what can I do right now? So I just started thinking of things I was doing, and I was like, okay, let's try it.
It worked. So I think a lot of times that phrase, though, when I tell people to remember, or I tell them to step in their now moment, or when Kate says to bring your subconscious forward, those words make sense to us, but it leaves a lot of people, I believe, going, wow, okay, that's great. How the fuck do you do that? Yeah, okay.
I'll give you an example. I was going to make a video on this today, and I'm going to after this. So I was randomly talking about my hairbrush one day, and I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of like pin-up trauma with my hairbrushes, because obviously being on the spectrum, it's like hairbrushes made me cry. They hurt so bad, and wet brushes were not a thing. Soft bristles were not a thing. So I would just scream every time someone brushed my hair, right? So it's like I would have never thought of that if something else wouldn't have triggered it. So it's like, oh, what was that trigger, subconscious? Oh my God, I have a weird thing with hairbrushes. So
okay, and then earlier as a feeler, so that's Kate as a seer. As a feeler, I went like this, and then my hand went like this, and my hand went like that. I can't even do it again. I don't even know what position that was in. But I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So that was my subconscious doing that with my hand, and I was like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? And then it was like roots. And then when it started moving, Kate's like, oh, your hand moving reminds me of those trees, da-da-da-da-da, which you're probably connected to a tree that moves. And then, like, we start going like this, and this is like, what does this mean? Oh, that reminds me of this song. That is bringing subconscious to the consciousness. It's bringing the silly to the now moment. It's going, I feel like I'm weighed down. Okay, we'll take that weighted blanket off of you. I feel like I'm just stuck in tar and I can't move. Okay, we'll melt the tar. Well, what the fuck is the tar? I feel like I can't see the forest through the trees. All right, well, do you need to step back? Do you need to cut the trees down? Do you need to make them walk? How do you see the bigger picture? So those moments that you speak of, that you're just like a random thought, that's your subconscious speaking. And you bringing it forward is going, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, that's what that means. And then just doing something that makes sense to go with it.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people also get stuck in the, like, I don't know the exact terminology. Like, Kat, you write down the exact terminology, or Kate, you write down these healing phrases, and we don't want to get it wrong. Like, even in my money healing that I put out the other day, people were like, I'm counting the la-la-las because I don't want to get this wrong with my blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, just have fun with it. And it's like, I don't want to get it wrong. Well, your stuff is going to be different than you. So, like, what's one of the healings that you put out there with the plants? Which one's that one?
That one was like my nourishment healing, I think.
Okay. And what does it do?
It's like where I take little roots off of my plants and I propagate them, so I make them grow into new plants. So it's like whatever aspect like you want to work on or anything in your life that you want to really take root and like start to flourish, that's what it does.
Okay. So it takes stuff off of your success, a little bulb. It looks like you have a lot of like gardening stuff in your toolbox, just saying. I mean, just from what we're noticing here. So taking that off and propagating it into the future. And you can apply that healing to what? What can you apply that healing to?
I could see it being useful for a lot of things. I guess now that I think about it, I could probably do it for like my career.
Yep, that's
About
what
my
I was getting
finances.
to.
I was gonna say
Yep.
money too.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting
Investments, stuff like that.
to.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Okay, try it.
Okay, Spirit, if it's in the highest good, please apply my nourishment healing to my finances and career.
Literally feels like blooming. But it feels like a plant, not like a flower.
Yep, not a flower, just a plant.
Yep.
So you said you were doing readings for free for
Yeah.
people? Okay. So why don't you ask your team or the universe, hey, can I have some of that can I have that reciprocated now? Just say it out loud. Because you've been giving and giving and giving. Where is it back?
Yeah, Spirit, can I have some of that like energy I put out like reciprocated, please?
Hey, what's your Cash App?
It's WIT 0086.
Can you type it? Can you type it in the screen right here? We're gonna do $5 donation reading. She's not gonna use cards. She's gonna do 3 of them. Okay, for $5 each. Three of them for $5 each.
Somebody come get her. Why? Why?
Because something about it's something about making money for your talents that makes you feel weird. Okay, Mystic Cajun is in. I'll get a piece of paper.
I have paper but no pen. That's
I have a pen but no paper.
I'll remember. Mystic Cajun.
Well, I have one of Chris's drawings. I don't want to draw on it.
Okay.
Okay, Mystic Cajun. All right, I need 2 more people. Mystical Cajun, sorry.
I would like to do it, but I can't go in. Like my.
That's
chat-
fine. Captain, would you get nervous doing Kate's?
Probably, but I would still do it anyway.
Okay, well, Captain Kate is in there. And I need one more person. Do you have a PayPal, Wit? No, we're doing
Yeah.
Cash App. It's just because we're just doing 3. I've just decided.
Are we doing it over the live?
Yes, she's doing it right now. And you can get cards if you want to or not. Kristen is doing it also. Okay, we're done. Kristen G, 85. All right, so we're going to Mystical Cajun first. All right, Wit. Are you doing cards, or are you just gonna... I'm gonna disconnect from you, okay? Spirit is in the highest good. Please cleanse and purify her and send her back. Cleanse and purify me, bring me back.
Do you have a fan? A paper fan? One of those, like, these things where they're like...
It's from her prostitute life. It's why somebody
Lit.
could get her.
It's your
I had-
version of all the clean-off healings.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Like the fan.
The
Mhm.
paper fan that are like, oh,
Uh-huh.
it's
Oh,
literally your paper fan. It's like Wit's paper fan.
We've
Try it.
already got 3, though. I'm going to unpin it.
Try it, Wit. Try your paper fan healing on yourself.
Hold on. Sybil did it, too. So we're going to do one more. And then we're done.
Sybil can take my place. It's not a big deal. If you're, like, nervous about it.
Well, let's start with Mystical Cajun.
Okay.
Spirit of Distant High Skits, please apply with paper fan healing to myself at this time.
Do you have, like, a little dress? That's funny. Okay.
It's what she needs to heal about accepted money for her stuff. I'm just saying.
So, like, what type of reading are we doing?
Are you doing? What do you feel comfortable with? Do you want to do cards? Do you want to ask her a question? Do you want to ask her team what she needs to know? How do you do things, Wit?
The only thing that I've practiced is like people who's passed on.
Okay.
Like, that's the only thing I've practiced.
Well, good. Then
Mine will be real good then.
Kate's got lots of death in her family. So, just saying.
Okay, that makes me nervous, but I mean, I will try. I'm sorry if it's terrible.
Oh.
Well,
would you rather do
we're all
cards?
here. No, we're all here to see you succeed, so fuck off. Just go ahead, step in, put your pants on, let's go. Do the things.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody come get her.
7.
I really wish I had saltwater taffy right now.
I have some upstairs. Casey Ray got Cocoa Puffs and called them chocolate Cheeto balls. It's getting real hot in here, I will say that. So
Yeah. Same.
Nope, you're good. I'm just letting you know you're doing the things.
Well, that must mean she's tuning into Cajun.
Yep. Hot and swampy.
Really hard.
It's always that.
Do you have a granddad that's in spirit?
I gotta just. She said, "Yep."
Yeah. I didn't see
I
it.
just want to say that Tricklight said there's a version of you that is looking back on this moment as the start of everything, and then Sybil said, "I prefer my reading be done pantless." Okay, sorry. She said yes.
Okay.
2 of them.
Does one have like a W name?
Does one of them have a W name? Damien, try turning your volume up on your Instagram, and if you still don't... Oh, you can't hear me. Mystical Cajun, does one of them have a W name?
No.
No. Ask what the W means to you, Wit.
Like a welder?
Their comments are going to be lagged, too. Mystical Cajun and like a welder.
Or did they do something like underwater?
Okay, Kate got underwater as well, Wit.
I got an underwater pipeline welder.
Yeah.
He was. She said
He
he
was?
was.
Yeah.
Is it okay that I'm watching? I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
that's
do
fine.
that.
She prefers it.
Okay, I didn't mean to like be like, oh yeah, that's true. I didn't mean to.
At the bottom of ships on the river, she said.
Yeah.
This
I
makes
feel
me
like
wanna
I
stretch
know
my
they're
legs
like
out.
from Louisiana, so like my brain kind of kicks in. So I'm like, I feel like he really liked food, specifically like crawfish.
That's all they had back then. That was the sea and the sassafras trees and all that.
This makes me stretch my legs out a lot, for whatever that's worth.
Oh, maybe a suit. And he probably had to wear those shitty
It's
suits.
shaking. My legs are shaking. In the sitting position. Like something maybe crushed them. I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of it, but it's...
Did he have quite a few kids? Maybe like 3 or 4.
She said
And they
he
bought
made
crawfish boiling. Yeah.
crawfish boiling pots. Did he have kids, like 3 or 4? Yeah, that is him doing that to me. I got it. I agree. 3 kids, she said.
3.
His back hurts real bad.
Probably tired. I say that work puts a lot of weight on you.
Sad, too.
Yeah.
She said, I will tell you why later. She's trying not to interfere. You can go ahead. Go ahead and say the things.
Yeah,
Whatever
okay.
helps her.
I don't feel like they had a lot of money. I feel like they struggled.
When you said that, that made him feel real shameful.
Yeah.
Real guilty.
Yeah, because he worked so hard. It makes me cry. Yeah. Yeah, it's really emotional. I feel like he got hurt when working, or that's,
He did struggle, she said.
yeah. but I think he really wanted to provide for his family.
Hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix his limp. Ribs nice, please speak that within 7 years of all necessary.
Emphysema. But did he die of, I'm sorry, Wait, did he die of asphyxiation? Because it's not just emphysema. He threw up and like, did he choke on his own
Feels like
fluids?
I think so.
What's he showing you, Whit?
He just kind of went like,
do you know how hard, like, I didn't used to feel, see, or anything. Do you know how weird it is when I started feeling how they died as if I was them? Just saying. Like, when you're talking about, like, you don't trust yourself or you've just been doing it for a short amount of time, stepping into that was scary as fuck, and I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was just me. Like, I didn't know certain things. There was someone I worked with for a long time. When I would do this with my hair, they would yell at me every time and tell me not to pull on this because it's my spiritual ears. Well, I started working with Kate, and Kate's like, those are antenna, Kat. You're tuning into stuff. So there's a lot of that part of you that you had to clean off with, that's lost in the sauce with everybody else telling you what you did was dangerous or needed to do it this way, you needed to do it this way, but the way that you're doing it is what's working.
yeah.
I just need to tell you that.
I did feel like he got hurt when he was under there, but I don't know if that was like just me or not.
Well, he got crushed, Whit. He got crushed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I don't know how, because he died of emphysema.
Probably from getting stuck between the bow and like a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
I didn't
why he
know.
had that limp?
That's what I was thinking. I tried
She said-
fixing it. Oh. What'd you say?
She said, ask him if he wants to tell me anything.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with it. He like presented me with like a heart. I think there's a box with it.
I got boxed too.
Yeah, there's like a heart in a box.
She said he weighed 88 pounds and was 6 feet when he passed. That's tiny.
Yeah.
What's the heart? She said I got his box.
Okay.
A heart is in it.
Oh, okay. I think he watches over you a lot. I think he watches you a lot.
I get a very, like, making sure she doesn't do the same thing I did type thing.
Yeah, it was like protective
Yeah.
a bit. Like he's there.
Would a heart be a symbol of an apology? That's what she asked.
I think so.
He looked
think
away
that-
again,
Yeah,
like shamed.
yeah, that's kind of what, like, he doesn't really want to show, like, his emotions a whole lot.
So instead he gave like a white heart. White does have all the colors in it.
She said, makes sense.
Yeah, but I do think maybe there is something that maybe he's apologetic about. But it kind of feels like he can't say sorry. I don't
Okay,
know.
so, will you do me a favor? Actually, I'm going to ask Kate to do this one. Will you, since I'm acting as him right now, and I just want to feel it in him, will you walk him through how to remove guilt and shame?
Me walking
Yeah.
through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh. He's like really shameful about his limp thing. Well, if you look at your coworkers, I mean, y'all are kind of all in the same boat. Sorry.
I'm in the same boat. Sorry.
So it's like, what are you feeling guilt and shame about?
Mystical Cajun said he should be ashamed, but I forgive him.
Oh, so this is about her.
Mm-hmm.
That was about his limp, because I keep looking down.
Yeah, he's looking down. He's ashamed, but he's not looking at his limp.
No, I'm looking down at him. He's in front of me. You can say sorry. Does he have big ears, Cajun? He has big ears. Okay. You can just say sorry. You can just acknowledge it, too. You did the thing.
She said he knows why he feels that way. What are you getting, Wit?
Yeah, that's what I was getting, is, like, I do feel like there's something that he is remorseful for, but I feel like it's hard for him to say sorry. Like he can't verbalize it.
Well,
So,
if he's
like,
not going to
maybe-
do it now, when the fuck is he going to do it? All right, listen, I'm going to talk to him for a minute. I'm sorry. Listen, here's your thing. You have this moment in time right now when you get an opportunity like this. Nobody's sitting there with a fucking spirit box. You have these 3 people on the phone. You've got your granddaughter right here. You've got a moment to make it right. Fucking make it right. Say you're damn sorry. And you can go back before it happens and slap some fucking sense into yourself. Do you understand me?
I was making it look.
Now's your chance. You want to do this for lifetimes? Why are you over there now?
Because he wants to shake her hand, and that's his sorry.
No.
Yeah, he wants to show it. He doesn't want to say it.
You motherfucker. Get in there and do it. You're gonna regret it. He's coming back. He's shaky.
Yeah, I'm shaky.
Don't just say you're sorry. You need to ask for all the things that you did, wrapped in divine justice and love, light, and forgiveness, and put them back in yourself. There you go.
So I kind of had the idea of like, let's do the things for him. Is that kind of like what he was wanting? Is that what you were getting? Like he kind of wanted you to do
He
it
was
for
just
him?
being a pussy. He was being a pussy. He knows what he did. She knows he knows what he did. Giving a fucking box with a heart in it? Come on. He pulled the things. He pulled the soul fragments out. Mystical Cajun, how you feeling, babe? My hands are sweating like a motherfucker right now. But I was able to put my, like, hands down, so. I feel like she's just sitting there with it. My hands are sweaty, but I did stop crying. Mystical Cajun, will you open a portal for him and tell him he can go now, if you're satisfied? Or actually send him back to all the rest of the people he has to apologize for. This was the biggest one he needed to apologize for. Now that he knows what he's doing, open him a portal to the next one. And shoo him on. Go on now, get. Ooh, I'm the portal. Fuck. God dang it. Sorry. Okay, we're going to disconnect from here. How do you disconnect, Wit? How do you close it up and disconnect?
I always say, Spirit, please cleanse and purify them, disconnect them, send them back. Spirit, please cleanse and purify me, disconnect me, and bring me back.
There you go. Good, done. Okay.
I think your paper fan does it too.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to say it, but it's like I didn't want to interrupt you disconnecting, but I think you just paper fan it.
Okay, so you've got Captain Kate.
Hey. You have grabby hands to connect.
What does that mean?
No, this is what it looks like.
I know at one point you told me I had healy hands. I never figured out what to do with those, but
You just did it. You literally...
It's like a plant. Your hands are like a plant.
And that's how you're feeling whatever you're feeling.
It's almost like a Venus flytrap, but it doesn't dissolve it. It like goes around the situation of what you need to heal and absorbs it like osmosis. And sends like... Mystical Cadence said, thank you so much, Wit. You were spot on. I asked him to come through and apologize when you asked about Grandpa. Bitch just stood up, walked forward, and stood there like a... Never mind, I'm done. Sorry.
Kate, for you, I kind of get like an aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she kind of has like sandy blonde or like light brown hair. It's put up.
Just in case, I'm going to disconnect myself. Because if I listen to that, please verify me, bring me back.
All of my relatives have like black hair. So I'm trying to think of who this could be.
Wait, will you shake your hands out and do it again? I think I was all up in that energy.
Oh, I could feel you letting go. That was weird. There, you're coming back again.
Stiletto high heels. But like sandals. Sandal, like casual stilettos.
I see her with like a jacket, or not like a jacket, like a cardigan on.
Who? The aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wit, ask to remove mirages from this.
Okay, I did.
And then ask her to put it in a language you understand.
I should probably... Okay. I should probably let you in. Yes. Wit is okay.
Does she have green eyes?
My aunt?
Mm-hmm. No, okay.
So I'm trying to like do all the things because I feel like I'm blocking it on accident. Because the person that you're talking about would be my grandmother. The cardigan, she dyed her hair sandy blonde.
Uh-huh, that's her.
Wonder why it came through as my aunt, though. The aunt that died was her daughter. So that's interesting. They both could be coming through.
I have had the thing where, like, the people that I'll do reading for, they'll be like, you're talking about multiple people, and I see them as one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they died about, well, she was super sad about her death, the daughter's death, my aunt. And so she passed not shortly after, like a year after. So it would make sense.
Maybe because I was looking at my shoes, but I see something about shoes.
She liked wearing her house slippers.
I drew a weird little, it started out as a fan. I did a check mark, and then it just turned into that.
I can't see it. Oh,
She won a lot of beauty pageants when she was younger.
Yeah, this is casual to her.
yeah, this is casual.
But I mean, like, a beauty, like,
Maybe.
you know those, like, house slippers that would be worn around the house that have the heels and, like, the puffy or whatever?
Right.
It's real, like, stylish house slippers.
Mhm.
Right. So when she was younger, she won a lot of beauty pageants, and so that would have been her style. Probably years before I was born, because she started getting into the grandkid thing, and then she started dressing down after that. So I would see her and stuff like that in pictures, but not in like physical life.
So what's the significance of her showing herself like that to you, Whit? Why that time frame? Does she just like to be remembered like that, or is there like something about that time frame?
I kind of got that it feels more comfortable.
Yep.
She hated that she let herself go, which was just, she just got older, like, but she hated it. Fucking hated it.
Now it's making my neck real hot.
Yeah, I feel like I have like pressure on my shoulders.
Uh-huh. You know the spotlight thing that you have, Kate? It feels like that, but on the back of her. And not like a spotlight, a stage performing spotlight, but literally like the pressure light.
She had 5
But-
kids.
She's not looking at it.
Hmm.
She's like putting it behind her, and she's not facing it.
Oh, that would make sense because I was asking her, I was like, why is there pressure? Like, this feels really heavy.
She's like, it's not there. There's nothing there.
Yeah, but like there
I don't know
was
what you're
no
talking about.
response. And then my face gets like really flushed when we start talking about it. Like, we don't want to acknowledge that.
Is it her mother?
I don't think so.
Mm.
The spotlight feels like headlights, but of like a law enforcement thing. Like it's releasing. What are you doing, Whit?
I don't know. It feels weird. Like, it kind of felt like maybe I went somewhere, like it was different.
Well, where did you go?
I don't know. It felt like a different time. It was
Uh-huh.
weird.
Uh-huh. What happened to her? It's very secrets from the grave.
Hmm. Did it have something to do with a man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe her dad?
Maybe.
I got a scandalo.
I don't know, that's all I'm getting. It had something to do with the man. I think it had to do with her dad.
Mm. What about it, though? She
Any kind of
obviously showed it. Huh?
Any kind of random picture they're showing you, babe, even if it doesn't make any damn sense. Anything?
Because she's showing it to you for a reason. She wants you to know, you know? She's dead, so it's like, who cares?
BPL 1490 said bonjour, question mark?
We all speak French, yep. Very Cajun family.
I have a question, Kate.
I don't
Yeah.
see.
You
So
what?
when we think,
Sorry.
can I ask, sorry, when I'm interrupting, and I'm going to, so when we think of this stuff, we think of literally like a past, present, and a future. We think of right now, we think of these loved ones or the people in our family passed over talking to us from like the other side. But there's something about them having their own mental confessions in their present day, like in their present day now moment about what happens that is actually being, like, it's like a bend of time that's like, so you would be their spirit guide at this moment in time, or their priest that they're confessing to, Wit, when you tune in, and it's almost like they're confessing their deepest secrets to their subconscious or to their diary, and when they do, it's coming back and giving a message to the now moment. It's very bending space and time here. I've just never thought of it that way, but that's what it is. I just needed to say it because it came out.
So they all spoke French, so maybe you need to put it in a language you can understand, which that doesn't make any sense because you should be able to understand it. Like, but I think that what Kat pointed out, it's like they're talking to themselves subconsciously. So what, it's probably in French.
Instead of talking to her like this, Wit, talk to her like this. Look down like you're looking at her writing her journal/diary, and tell her to like whisper in her ear. I guess, is that manipulation? Like, whisper in her ear, it's okay to write it down to get it out.
You can burn it later.
Yeah, I got you can burn it later.
Because that's what they did anyway.
Was there like some abuse?
Horrendous abuse, yeah.
Because, like, I feel like, I don't really want to say this because, like, man, what if I'm wrong? But I'm like, it feels kind of sexual.
Yeah.
But you said that perfectly, Wit. I do this all the time. I go, and so does Kate. We might go, this might be our own thing, or, we don't want, if we're wrong, just let us know. And if it's not the truth, just throw it out the window. We say that all the time.
Throw that out.
And then we say what we're saying or feeling, or seeing or feeling. And if it isn't, we've already given them permission to say, like, hey, we might not know it all. This is just what we're getting. It might be for another reason. So what you did was perfect in that scenario.
Yeah, because that's, like, really touchy, and it feels weird, like, if I was wrong to say that. But, yeah, it feels like it was, like, really sexual.
Well, she was hypersexualized.
And she's scribbling now. She's mad. It's kind of like when you take and you just start, just like this, like Chris did the other day on the same paper. It's like going over the letters over and over and over and over and over again. It's like this. Just scribble, 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 scribble.
Yeah, she probably kept this in for, like, a really long time.
Well, you're helping her get it out. I got these are my confessions. Sorry.
Just when I thought I could say all I could say.
I don't know if it's, like, the people in her life, like, didn't believe her, or if maybe somebody knew it was happening and they let it continue. Like, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Her mother was extremely abusive, and
That's what I got was her mom.
Huh?
That's what I got was her mom.
Yeah, she would, like, bite and scratch and do weird, really weird shit. Like, as a kid, I wasn't allowed on their lawn or in their house. None of the grandkids were. Just really weird stuff like that.
Yeah, like, turn a blind eye to it. Yeah.
You're pulling stuff out of whoever you're channeling, where you're looking down while they're writing. I don't know if it was aunt or grandma. I don't know what we decided
Grandmother.
it was. But it's pulling stuff out of her subconscious. It's like helping her remember. It's like you're breaking apart these layers for her as she's getting it out, and she's writing it all down. And she didn't really have anybody to write it to, so you're actually really helping her. So you're not only helping Kate with your mediumship, you're helping her in that moment, the grandmother, in that young moment, clear it and heal it, which is going to be beneficial for Kate and her family in the now moment. Because as we're bending time and you're over here helping, that on this linear timeline like this, it's going to help Kate's family. So you're not only delivering messages, you're helping facilitate healing for the now moment. I need you to know that if you look at what everybody does as what's right, it's going to diminish the thing that you are doing so beautifully. Which I've seen plenty of people be mediums. I've never seen it like this before, Wit.
Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you.
But it's true. I feel like she's done.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she just needed to break the layers out and get the scribbling done. So now she can do all the things, and it's not on her anymore.
Yeah, my shoulders don't feel heavy anymore.
Nope, mine either. There was lots of movement in the head, and then...
Hmm.
And then Kate can look at it later, and she can do the rippling and all this stuff. She'll probably do it while you move on to the next person. So go ahead and close things up there, Wit.
Mm.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, go to Kristen G, 85.
Oh, disconnect. Do your fan.
She did.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't see the fan. Sorry.
Oh.
I felt it. So.
Oh. I was looking down.
The fan does the soul fragments. Also, it doesn't just disconnect. Kristen, are you still here, baby?
Yeah, sorry that took so long. Everybody.
It didn't, Kate. You just felt like it did. It was going in slow motion, but it didn't.
It was really weird. I'm like sucked back now.
Hey, that's what
Hey.
she said. Hey. Itchy.
Is Kristen
Okay.
here?
Yep, she's here.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like like a younger male come forward, maybe a child.
What's the style of clothing so we know a time period, baby? Now that we know what you're doing.
Like striped short sleeve shirt, blue and white, with like shorts. He looks really young, dark hair.
60s?
What?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it felt recent.
Okay, so the first thing I got was 90s. And then with the clothes, I was like, Beach Boys. Okay, 60s. So it's like,
Sorry.
it is funny. It's like, and I'm looking at my legs, and
I am moving my legs back and forth.
yeah.
Real antsy, kicking my feet. Real antsy.
Antsy Nancy.
Around 10, someone said, not Kristen, but
Yeah, around 10.
and Wit, you don't have if you were to ever do these live, you don't have to let everybody in the comments participate either. You can shield it to where only you are connected to the person, or you could do it privately. We do it open to the people in the comments so that everybody can participate and join in, and because we want everybody to step into themselves. But if there is a version of you that is worried about energy entanglement, protection is not like a bad thing. I'm just saying. Kristen said nothing that I know of. Can you ask either Spirit or that kid to show him what he looked like before he died?
This feels very much like grandfather's brother that was accidentally killed or something, or like grandparents' accidental killed sibling. I don't know why.
I did feel like the death was an accident.
You can participate. I was just letting you. We're helping Wit step into herself a little bit or get confident. And Flora Fauna just wanted to say she would personally do it with shields up. Just for perspective.
Yeah. In my public spirit guide readings, I like when people join along. I think it's fun as fuck. I don't know.
Kristen said, honestly, what I heard is she's seeing my past life.
It made me go, like, way back in the 60s and all that, they used to have a lot of, like, kids die by boiling water.
Hey,
I got
Kristen,
water.
Yeah?
you both got
Yeah.
water. Kristen, try merging with that version of you and see if it goes.
Yeah, because at first it felt like it was her kid.
Mm.
And he was
Yeah,
young, and he died by accident by water. Like,
You're not
I don't know if he's
merging with-
drowning or...
When I was 3, I told my aunt I was a little boy in North Carolina before I came to her, is what she's saying.
Interesting.
Well, I don't feel you merging with this version of you, but it says, and I drown in a pond. It's all fitting.
Yeah, it feels like he drowned.
But
Apples on a Tree Tarot says they felt drowning as well.
weird. I see burn marks like scalding water.
And I didn't feel her merge in with this version, so I'm confused.
Okay.
Can
No.
we align this? Does that make sense? Align this whole thing?
Oh, your papers! Your papers? Can you, Whit, can you shake out the papers of this?
Of the paper fan.
No, the one she had wet.
Oh, the wet papers.
Yeah, but shake out this person's papers, dry them out. Do your paper dry out healing to this.
Service and High School, please do the paper dry out healing to all of that.
It's kind of like my untangling. It like pulls everything apart and dries it out so you can see it. So like when we connect to someone, like with you, when you're like, I don't know, it could be this, could be this, could be this. It's like, oh, I'll do an untangling healing. And that just kind of like undoes the knots and stuff to put it all out there. Well, you have that healing that like pull apart the papers that are wet, shake them out, dry them, and put them back together in a book form. So if you're getting something you don't know, like you're not connecting or it's not making perfect sense, do that healing and it'll start to click together.
Okay. Yeah, it just feels like I'm underwater.
Did you have a twin brother in that life, Kristen?
I just keep hearing, but it's boiling, but it's boiling, but it's boiling. I don't know. You know how sometimes there's, what are those called? Underwater, not geysers.
Yeah, but opposite of springs.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. You got trapped. Like, I know you can get trapped in those gas bubbles or whatever the fuck.
Well, someone's seeing a beach. Apples on a Tree Tarot seeing a beach. BPL 1490 says Surfer Boy.
Okay.
And they got, yes, Surfer Boy. I got that too. And you couldn't merge with that. Kristen, say, Spirit, if it's in my highest good, please merge me with that boy's brother. Now you're merging in.
Stretchy.
You're merging in with the brother. It's not twin, though. You're right. Because you were 3. This guy's older. He's like 10. Is there a message, Whit? This is where things get more difficult, and I'm going to tell you, for me, and I just went with it, and I went with the flow. Like, I would find someone who was a part of Anubis, and I would help them heal the whole fucking Anubis life. And I'd be like, why the fuck am I finding all these famous fucking people? I'm just a white girl from Florida. There is no fucking way I am finding all these deities and gods. I didn't have any conception of souls, oversouls, and that those higher, or like the more frequency, bigger beings, there's like a bunch of us that are those one beings. I had no fucking clue. And then I saw myself as Archangel Michael, and I was like, what the fuck? And people are like, no, you're fucking crazy. And it's like, well, there's multiple people that are these deities. It's a soul fragment thing, and then the oversoul thing. Like, it all clicks together. So if you think that you're just this, and you put yourself in this little box, it leaves you to where you cannot open up to the possibility of all this other stuff that you're able to do with your mediumship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Kristen said, I felt siblings, yes. I'm not sure. I've never really dug into it. Okay, what were you getting? I heard 6 when you asked, though. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think she was like a sister. I mean, at first I thought maybe there was more attention on her. I think there was more attention on her from the family, and maybe she was blamed a little bit.
That's a weird thing that I just had to do. It's like it reminds me of my 8-year-old. Like looking to the side and up. Like, well, I didn't know any better. And so, yeah, the fuck you did. I don't know what that's about, though.
Because they could have stopped it.
Kristen said that feels right. I was upset. Someone was getting more attention, so I went off to the pond, which makes total sense for this life, too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Kristen, you feel like you're the boy who drowned? No, she merged in with the brother, though, didn't she?
She merged in with the brother, but you said there was a girl, so it still fits. It's just the boy that, I don't know how it fits, but it does. She could not merge into the 10-year-old boy, but she could merge into the brother. So are there 3 siblings?
There may be, because I keep getting that she's a girl, or I keep getting that there is a girl.
Yes, I think I merged in so I could see. That's what she said. My hands are sweaty and I'm like messing with a phantom wedding ring that's not there, but I don't want to throw that in there too because I don't know what the fuck. There's too much shit going on. Can you tell her team to make it a little bit more clear and to the point?
Untangle the roots of it. Fuck.
Oh, do your paper thing again. Because we just watched The Goonies last night because Ben had never seen it, and one of the things I noticed was like the ad-libbing in that movie is just, it's very realistic. It's just a bunch of people talking once, and it's like, no, I didn't do that. Well, you know, she did it. No, I didn't do it. It's like everybody confessing at one time, and it's like, whoa, one at a fucking time, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the girl was really, really little. She was pretty small.
Kristen said, I don't want to tell her what I'm getting.
Okay.
So she can feel confident. Well, go ahead and tell her. It'll still make her feel confident because it'll be what she's getting or not what she's getting. It'll be fine. If you have something to help, Kristen, say it. She said, yes, that feels right, Whit.
Yeah, I feel like there was a girl. She was really little. I feel like the family put more attention on one of the siblings than, like, the others. And then the little boy that's, like, 10, I feel like he drowned. I feel like...
Kristen said, I feel like I was upset about the new sibling being born.
I think maybe there's some guilt that needs relieved there.
So how would you have them relieve the guilt? Whit?
You could just ask Spirit to help.
What do you
remove
see?
Any guilt.
Instead of just using a phrase that we have, what do you see? How would you have them? Do you see them pulling it out of their chest? Do you see them like wiping down with something? Do you see them asking for the guilt to be removed? What do you see?
I know if it was me, I would probably have a conversation with that version of me and then pull it out.
Okay, have her do that. Have her do it your way, because it's right.
My way. My way.
I feel like if you just take it out, you're not giving the understanding behind everything.
Okay, so, all right, Kristen, we're going to leave you with that now that you have an access point to go have a conversation with that version of you and deal with some guilt that's a couple of centuries, it feels like old. I know it's like 80s or 60s or something, but this feels older than that at this point.
It's like a bunch of layers on top of layers.
Yep, because I kept drawing a heart and then another heart over here and then another heart over here. It was lots of layers. Okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect, and you're going to do one more. You're going to do Sybil's.
Okay.
Sybil, are you still here, baby?
Sybil.
Kristen said that would make sense. Thank you. So it seems like a past life / inner child thing that she needs to do.
It's like I feel like it's like a pick your prize reading. Which means that you thought that it was just past loved ones. But now you're seeing that it can be literally anything.
Which sometimes can shake your confidence.
Oh.
I don't want it to. That's why I'm bringing it up. I don't know if Sybil is still here, guys.
No, I don't see Sybil.
Oh.
Yeah, it's layered. It's a lot of things. So you can... Oh, Sybil's here. Cool. This will be the last one of this one. Algebreth. The person's name is Algebreth XX. I just really like it. They said, what are we up to tonight? We're working with Wit and helping her realize that she's already doing the things. And that she's doing it better than she already was.
I was going to make an algebra joke.
What are you going to do?
Y equals mx plus b is actually what we're doing. Like...
Hold your breath until you figure that out. Sybil said, I've drawn a bird, fish, cat, mountains, hearts, flower, and a doorway. Just to help you out. Oh, her name is Allie Gilbreth. She said her last name is Gilbreth. She said it's the worst. Sybil, Wit's not tired. She's doing good. I'm speaking for her.
Wait, what?
Sybil said if Wit is tired, we don't have to. And I said, no, she's not. She's good.
So, I got a brother.
Kristen goes, mine's Gooch. That's her last name. It's getting hot again. It's getting really hot. So when it gets hot on the back of my neck as I'm feeling her do this, when it's hot on the back, does that indicate current life's past loved one? Because this would be the portal. I want her to try to figure out, like, what signals to her it's this person's loved one, and what signals to her when it's a past life, and what signals to her when she's looking through the fabric of time. Okay. How does she differentiate between that?
So who is this to you, Sybil? Is it someone in this life? The past brother?
Sybil said past, ? And I don't know if she means past life or passed over.
Oh, do you have a brother that is dead in this life?
I have a brother in the life. He is still alive.
Okay. So the he must mean past life?
I got, oh great, we did a current, a past, and now we're doing a future. You guys are all getting past life, though. What are you getting, Wit?
It's not what
Every time I ask, I only ask for current. So I don't know why something else would come up. That's not what I'm asking for.
But it's what Spirit's giving you.
I don't know. I don't know. He seems to be and maybe like his late 20s, early 30s.
Seems like an alternate timeline. Because I got
Thing.
Future 2 Cat, and I was like, no. And then, like, I looked
Yeah,
away.
that's so weird.
So I was like, this looks like alternate timeline.
Well, that's confusing as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
And I kind of feel like I want to throw up a little bit. And I felt something at the back of the head, like something like, and like a concussion, like when you can get sick or something. I don't know.
Something about an addiction, too. It's like, if an addiction would have gone this way, this would have been the timeline. And it's like, why does it matter? Does it need to be healed?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, because I can talk to someone, like I talked to someone today this session, they had a skateboarding accident, and or someone might have a car accident, and it's like, we'll get, like, they could have died. Or when we did that live, and she was like, we felt like she was dead, it was a different timeline, and we had to go back and help her so that, and like merge all the timelines together.
mm-hmm.
Sybil said, no way, this is my last lifetime here. No, not like that, like a split. Hey, will you do your paper thing to this and your fan thing to this, Wit?
Yeah.
I definitely got
Okay,
Papa
good.
Molly. I'm sweating.
Sybil's like, it wouldn't let me cuss at you guys. It does that to Kate all the time, but on TikTok usually.
It's rude as shit. It won't even let me say, like, crap. I have to say doo-doo. Like I'm 5.
It lets me say shit, fuck.
It lets everybody else say ass, fuck, like, no.
Kate can't even do middle finger emojis.
Yeah, won't even let me do middle finger emojis. I don't even know if it'll let me do thumbs down either.
It used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your thumbs down are pretty powerful.
Maybe
It
it's
probably-
spirit. Maybe
It is. I got that same thing. It's like, Kate, you might be silly, but you're fucking people up, bro.
Oh, me too. They're just rude.
Well, you're doing it in my comments as a troll, and you're like, fuck you, cat. And it's like,
Wait.
no. Sybil said, I was trying to say this is my last lifetime on the rock, then insert cuss words.
Yeah. I understood that. But this, I don't want to, like, tell you your truth. It feels like an alternate timeline.
Mm-hmm. Not like future life, like a fork in the road. And
I keep getting it. It's something about if the addiction would have continued.
she said, okay.
What are you getting, Wit? You're the one doing the reading.
Yeah, it felt like he got like maybe hit, like, or he fell. He hit the back of his head, and that he got
Yes.
really sick.
Like Sliding Doors moment, if you've seen that movie. Makes sense. Absolutely, my brother used to smoke crack. Yes, because you
Okay.
said get off the rock. And I went, yeah, the crack rock.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it could be alternate.
It's like, because I keep asking, why the fuck do we need to heal it? It's not this timeline. And it's like, oh, it's radiating to this timeline. Like a magnet.
That's kind of what I thought was like. Well, I didn't want to say. I was like, well, maybe it could happen in the future. Maybe it's coming back.
It's like a residual,
Or-
but
Yeah.
do y'all know how rotating magnets work? They create basically electricity. So
Like those beds that look like they're floating. Is it like that?
I don't know why that was so funny. It's just your face. Is it like, yes, kind of.
Oh my god, I love those. They're so magical and sexy.
It's like, yeah, that's what it looks like. Wit's all serious. She's like, I got it. Fucking light. Sorry, Wit.
It's okay.
Interrupting.
What? On the way to the hospital? Wait, what? Did I miss something, Sybil? What the fuck did you say? He did almost die when I was little. I had to keep him awake when he was passing out on the way to the hospital.
Okay. So this was...
She got concussed. Wit got concussed. And sick. And that was one of my things. I was afraid when someone I cared about was doing a lot of drugs, wasn't necessarily that they were harming themselves, but that they were going to fucking pass out and my other family member was going to find them dead on the ground.
I got that weird feeling, like, I don't know how to explain it.
From drugs, hit his head on the sink. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what Sybil said. That's what you got, Wit. That's exactly what you got. Okay, Wit, what are you supposed to be doing with it? Are you supposed to be helping her heal it? Or are you supposed to be giving a message? Sybil's applying her house cleanse now. She's going in and doing the things. What if you're not? What if you're more like us? Is that gonna fuck with you?
What do you mean more like a? Are you witchy or something?
No, instead of like a medium that just channels messages from loved ones, what if she jumps all over the fucking timelines like we do?
I really feel that, because that's the feeling that it was weird, like it felt like I went somewhere. The only thing is I feel like I have this thing with validation, and I'm very fact-based, so like I don't even, when I do mediumship reading, I don't even like to give messages and I don't like to go into the emotions or the personality. I want facts. I'm very fact-based.
I see a lot of similar things here, but eerily similar to whenever I first started out. And then, like, your past seems a lot like mine. So are we part of the same Oversoul, Wit?
To be honest, I think so. That's crossed my mind.
Okay, good, because it crossed mine too, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
these stories of yours, they sound a lot like mine, except I'm asexual, so it's like, I didn't have all that, but like everything else, I'm like, wow, this is...
I'm gonna tell you this too, Wit, because I know that you follow Witchfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how factual that woman is? She has to have concrete evidence and things for her to look at what Kate and I do and go, yep. Do you know how difficult that was for her to even fucking admit it to herself?
I didn't even think about that, because she is so fact-based.
If she doesn't have
she
resources,
has to back up everything.
She backs up fucking everything. So for her to back up us, it's like...
Well, she had to have so many things happen to her before she was like, I don't know. I just don't know anymore, guys.
Yeah.
And then she was finally like, okay, fine.
And then she'll still give disclaimers.
Yep.
It's okay to be factual and fact check. Go back to your moment, because I interrupted it.
I'm trying to see if like we needed to heal it, or I don't know.
Well, Sybil was doing the things. That's why we.
I think it needs to be. Yeah, it probably needs to be healed. I don't know why else that would come up.
It was
Apples on a Tree Tarot said that's what makes an excellent medium, Wit, providing evidence. But the facts, when I tell someone, when I go, okay, so the first time I had a session with Tara, right, before we were friends, Tara got a session from me. And I said, Tara, I'm sorry, do you have a major headache all the fucking time? And she's like, no. And I go, okay, I'm feeling something really heavy right on the front of my forehead. And she goes, hold on a minute. And then she goes, how about now? And I said, no, it's gone. What did you do? She goes, I had a crystal on my forehead. And I said, what? And I saw her do a story time later. That motherfucking crystal was this fucking big. Planted right here.
Oh, God.
And so you'll think it's an emotion, or you'll think that it's irrelevant, or you won't think, and it's literally the fact and the proof that they need in that moment that justifies and clarifies the whole experience.
Yeah, I try not to censor myself when I'm giving readings. I just struggle with that. I want to censor because I'm like,
I still do
what
that
if?
in my public spirit guide reading. Just saying, I'll be like, wow, they're never gonna believe that their spirit guide's a fucking pen. Then I'm like, but I don't care, because it's like you can't.
Yeah, I remember
they're
you
there
said
for the truth.
you left something out of mine, and I'm like, but that would have been so relevant.
Oh, when I sent you a PM.
When you did my public spirit guide reading,
Mm-hmm.
you said that you left out, like, my guide mentioned something about like working in a vet's office, and I was like, yeah, that would have been really relevant. And he was like, I didn't say that though.
Yep. It still gets at me every once in a while. But you have to just be like, I don't care. You just have to keep telling yourself that. I don't care.
If I would censor myself, or Kate would censor herself with the weird ass shit that we say, there's a lot of people that are like, you know what? You validated something that nobody else could, because I thought I was crazy or I was making it up. But you guys, you said that the thing was there, and that's exactly what I saw and got. I didn't make any sense of it. I thought I was making it up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I love you. I'm open to like wherever. I mean, I kind of accept it. Like wherever I'm supposed to go. Like if it's doing more stuff like you, then that's what I'll end up doing. But that's where I started, and then I ended up with mediumship. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. I'm trying to go with the flow with it.
So do this. Say, Spirit, please release all soul contracts.
Spirit, please release all soul contracts.
I have with the labels and titles.
I have with the labels and titles.
And the expectations.
And the expectations.
Of who and what I am.
Of who and what I am.
And the limiting beliefs.
And the limiting beliefs.
Of what I'm able to do.
Of what I'm able to do.
And provide for others.
And provide for others.
That's not in my highest good.
That's not in my highest good.
It's a lot leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's it for tonight. I mean, we just caught you out of thin air there, Whit. There's a lot of stuff going on in your life right now, but I feel like that was taken care of at the beginning of it. This is a perspective. This is another door open. Yeah.
Oh.
So what?
I just remembered, like, maybe like a week ago, my guys gave me confirmation that, like, because I was complaining about my financial situation, and they gave me, I have, like, the angel numbers, I have them set up specifically for what I want, and after
Good.
I got done complaining, they kept sending me my thing telling me that a financial opportunity or something new is going to come up.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah.
What does
You never
555 mean to you? Sorry.
That actually, I think, come up earlier today. Just a second, I have it wrote down. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll get it.
Well, I got also
Major changes happening within 3 to 6 months.
Okay, that's what they gave me, because you said spirit guide, so obviously me, I'm like, let's look at them. Guys, what's up?
Yeah.
And then also confirmation of that as well. I randomly was like, she's taking $5 readings right now, 3 people.
555.
And you got more than that. You got 4 people and one person gave $10. So I'm just saying it was the 555.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kate
I
got
feel
it
like that
too.
come up earlier today or yesterday as well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It did. I woke up. I just remembered. Last night, I don't know if it was out of a dream, but I woke up and I got 555, and I was like, remember that for in the morning, look at it. And you just reminded me. I was supposed to look at it, and I never did. Okay. That was supposed to come up.
Remember
I remember.
that. I will not.
I do that. I put it on my mental list, and I remember it.
Remember that? No.
No, you better remember because I won't.
If I don't remember it, can you please have Kate mention it? Thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys.
No.
Yeah, well, I told myself to look at it this morning, and I forgot. So they were like, "Fish, look at it again." Go look. You didn't. Okay, yeah, that just reminded me I did that.
Okay. Well, yep. So, get out of your own way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta do
All
that.
right. All right. You're loved.
I love you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I was about to be an asshole and be like, not by us, but by somebody. I'm
Well,
sure. I'm kidding.
No, I know you love me. You can't lie to me like that.
I can't lie anyway. It's like really sucks.
It's terrible.
It's really horrible. It's annoying. Okay. Oh yeah, Sybil said wait to watch this over with. It'll help.
I will. Yeah. I was already thinking of doing that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back because I won't remember everything.
Oh my god, Sybil, she was already thinking about it.
So I was already thinking about it.
Why'd you suggest that?
Okay, guys, that's it.
Disconnect.
Okay, thank
Everyone
you.
disconnect.
Cleanse and purify everybody, send them back. Cleanse and purify us, bring us back. Untangle. Goodbye.
Bye.
To book a dual session with Kate and Kat, visit either of our websites listed in the description of this video. For a spirit guide reading, you can book with Captain Kate at www.captainkate.com. For a one-on-one trauma healing session with Cat and Boots, you can visit www.catandboots138.com.